to be buried with one of your slaves, and when your slave dies, be buried with the slave, because that is energy so they can get to the other side, or so they want to. That's like the Anubis, the black dog, the black slave, guiding the souls. So these crackers buried in mass 12,000 damn slaves. They said they had a whole slave's row, but then they moved them all to the back of to the graveyard. And I said, okay, then we did our ritual. The energy was cool. Went home. My birthday came on November 28th. So we going back up in there. But you know, we on the phone talking. We're going to go and eat some lunch. Then we're going to head to the graveyard. So we're going back up in there in a few minutes. So we go and eat some Thai food. Head to the graveyard, so we're going to get out there by 2 o'clock. We get out there, so I got the Veves, I got the doggone Congo rice, I got the Tarot, I got incense, frankincense, and myrrh, runes, doggone stones, I got them laid out on my shit. So, she got the nerve to let lay on a big ass ball, like I said. We start the ritual. I call out the damn libations. We start the ritual. We gonna summons these damn 12,000 souls up. Give them a good burial, or give them a good passage. We summons them, so we gonna summons the 12,000 souls up. We're doing the libations. Now, remember now, the government, they own the phone because the phones is tapped. All phones are tapped. So, we're doing the libations. I finish the libation. I start doing this invocation to Horus, Heru. This big old helicopter comes by. It's not a doggone, not them little black things. It's not a police shit. No police cars. A great United States Army, Vietnam type shit. We talking about some Saddam Hussein shit. I said, damn, motherfucker. Hey, my shit is legitimate. You know, shit. I feel honored. This shit come by, but maybe that's delusions of grandeur. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so this thing come by, we don't pay it no attention. Basically, that shit coming by, we got all the shit laid out. Then the next thing we know, they go down and they radio 3 other big ass gunships. Helicopters, gunships. I'm sitting there in the invocation to Heru. Because there's a nice invocation to Horus in the book Equinox of the Gods by Alistair Crowley. I'm reading that thing. These 3 gunships, side by side, horizontal, coming down. She looking and she's saying, them motherfuckers is coming straight at our ass. She said, they coming straight at us. I look around, there's 3 of them horizontal. They get over the graveyard and they go from horizontal, because they can shoot each other doing that way. They go from horizontal to vertical. Side by side, they got down low. It was right over us low with the doors open. I said, these motherfuckers coming. So crazy as I am, I'm reading Heru, the Horus. I got 12,000 souls. I'm not thinking I'm scared. I'm thinking, God damn it, after 9 years, I'm finally gonna get my day. Put these bullets right up my ass. Because 12,000 souls, man, shit. If the shit ain't real, then fuck it. But if it's real, let's get it on. So I just kept right on. Spirit said, don't goddamn pause a damn minute on that ritual. She said they right at, and they came, she waved at them. I don't know whether it was Phil, or she just straight up just got funky on them. She waved at them. I still doing the ritual. Because see, Fort McPherson is right up the street. So what it is they knew he was coming. So they came down, and they slowed down a little bit, and then they circled. I was still reading, and they went away. And I was like, now you know that's some shit. But I said, I was thinking maybe it's 12,000 souls. Maybe they saw some spirits up in there. All right? Then, when I got home, she dropped me off. I hear a helicopter over the house. I said, oh, that's a coincidence. Helicopters fly all the time. So I go outside, and the same 3 fucking helicopters is sitting over my goddamn house. That's when I knew right then the shit is on and the shit is real. I said, man, something is up. There's plane cruisers over the crib. And then I said, wait a minute, they seeing something. Because I said, well, maybe they saw the 12,000 bodies in the graveyard. So they said, we'll get that nigga when he leave up out of here. But they came to the house, pulled up over the house, and circled and left. And I said, wait a minute, whatever they saw in the graveyard, they're seeing up here. And then I remember this, and this is the shit. Because now we got the shit in black and white, and this is how we can't. So now I'm saying we living in some stuff. There's some real fucking stuff going down. Because this would be scholastic suicide based on what I'm getting ready to tell you. And I'm in the right place to do it because it happened here in New York City. Now, this is what happened. I was at the Slave Theater in 1994. Remember I was at the Slave Theater? How many people was up at the thing? You was there in 1994. We got it on tape. I was on the podium. Now, if I'm wrong on this, I would never be able to lecture no fucking more after that night. You see what I'm saying? I said something about 12-12, and Dawood made sure he never let nobody forget it. So I knew if I said this, it was in the Slave Theater, we got the tape, 1994, September, October 1994. I only appeared at the Slave twice, UAM here, and at the Slave Theater before they defunct it or whatever the whole shit went down. I'm on the podium, and on the podium I say that after we get out of here tonight, I say we're going to have a little visit. I said a spaceship going to pull up over the Slave Theater. Remember I said that? Now, if I would have lied, New York was going to call me on it. And I wouldn't have never been able to come from down south no more. Now these niggas up here. Okay? Now, we got outside, and what happened? A goddamn spaceship pulled up right over the damn Slave Theater. Am I lying? We got 2 witnesses. How many other people was out there that day? Was you out there that day? Did you see the shit? Not only that, to document it, I did a lecture for Bert at the damn Dempsey in the main auditorium the day after, or 2 days after, and there was a whole bunch of people from the Slave Theater there, and I said, did you see the ship? And we got it on tape. Everybody said yes. So if the ship didn't show up, you wouldn't have saw them up. But see, I had already had the damn shit. We had a sister named Shakura. Who used to come to Phil Valentine's. She was from Coney Island. And I'm talking, she was a psychic. So I'm talking on the phone earlier that day. I said, ask that damn ship, could it show up when I go to the slave? I wasn't stupid now. That motherfucker never did. When I was in Atlanta, and our car got broke down, we standing out there on the bus stop with some bags of groceries, and the ship was hovering over, and I said, motherfucker, you can at least give a nigga a ride home. I said, same ship, hovering. We got all these bags, big old bags of water, you know, and all this food. Me and Jay went at the bus stop because the car got messed up. The car got wrecked. Somebody hit it from the back when it was caught. So I'm like, well, damn, you ain't got to take me to Mars, but you can at least give a nigga a ride home. You know? then the ship got mad when I said that shit and disappeared. For about 3-4 years. But let me tell you.
Describe the ship.
Huh? It looks like a pulsating star. Different colors. A pulsating star, different colors. They're out there all the damn time.
Yeah.
Now, the ship was out there. The sister, I told her, can you let the ship, ask that ship, can it show up? When I get out of slavery, she said, yeah, they'll show up for you. So I said, well, I'm going to trust this shit here. Because it ain't, I kept turning green at this pulsate. I told it to give me a ride home from the damn public supermarket they got down there, and it didn't do shit. So it started following me in 1992. It ain't never did shit for me, but follow me. But it'll get down with the car, and it'll follow. But I couldn't really get it to do nothing. So I was going out on a limb. I said, but Shakura said, yes, it's going to come. And we got outside the slave, and there wasn't no ship out there at first. And we looked up in the sky, and I was like, oh, shit, nigga. Your mother's ass done fucked up now. And then I looked, and I said, oh, shit, there it go. And then it came, and what did it do? It pulled up right over the slave theater and stopped. All right? Now, I'm outside the supermarket. I cussed the mug out. Tell him, you ain't got to take me to Mars. You can at least take a nigga home. Take me to Cascade Road. So, I cussed it out, so it disappears. I don't see this shit no more. It disappears in like 96. I didn't see it no more. All right? I'm doing a lecture in Cleveland. The last weekend in October, I'm doing a lecture in Cleveland. Lo and behold, I step outside the lecture, we going home, and here come this nigga again, up in the damn sky. I said, damn, where the hell you been? Meanwhile, I got this new psychic named Marlo. We talking on the phone one night, and I said, wait a minute, hold on. Let me get a clear read on what this shit is. And why it's been following me, and why the hell it disappeared. I know I cussed it out, but you're supposed to be a ship. You're not supposed to have nigga nerves and get an attitude. You're supposed to be omnipotent. But you just disappeared for 3 years. 3-4 years. So I asked her, she said, well, it's a ship for protection. And they said, we are a ship for protection. I said, well, why the hell you disappeared for 3 years? They said, well, we didn't leave, we just went invisible. We was always out there. I said, well, why are you visible again after damn 3 years? I ain't seen you. And it disappeared right at the time the Hale Box stuff started coming. They said because now it's time to be shown and you need some protection. Then lo and behold, 6 months to the day the conscious roster says we will know in 6 months. These gunships show up at the graveyard over my house, and then I realized that they say that you can be right up under one of these things and can't see nothing. But a person can be over there on the other street and can see the shit. And so what it was apparently, because I thought it was the spirits in the graveyard, it must have was them damn ones that wouldn't give me the ride from the supermarket. Right out there. Now I'm saying, now wait a minute, let's look at this thing here. This ain't got nothing to do with me. Because I told you that I ain't got but 1 hour on my stove. Right. So you don't need to be following me no damn well. And the fucking latch a month ago broke off my toilet. So I gotta take the top off, stick my hand in the water and pull the goddamn chain up to get a good flush. So you don't need to be following me a damn please. Because that's how I flush my toilet. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So we ain't talking about no messianic thing. We're just saying that you can believe in generation. No, that's a prison culture. That's a prison nature. You see? So anyway, this thing, so I'm sitting up here and shit. I got a nice, beautiful look. All of a sudden, I got a nice, beautiful home with hardwood floors. You know what I'm saying? Ginger made me get in it and leave. Now I gotta pay goddamn rent, gas, lights, and all this shit here. But anyway, it's an old home, so they got looked. So in the winter, a couple of rats came. So I caught all of that little mouse. I caught them in 2 or 3 days. So I'm an expert rat killer. Because I had a friend in the damn 6th grade. That nigga could catch a bird with a rat trap. He really catch birds with rat traps. So rats was no deal. He taught me the art of catching rats on an expert level. So I killed up all the little mice. But my traps was too damn small for the rats. So the little mice can't get them. The rat come down and it's funny. This shit's funny. The damn trap snapped on the rat head. That motherfucker walking around a damn day with a trap on his damn head. So I gotta go and take the damn broom and bust his damn brains up. So I'm saying shit is mediocre. So I ain't got no motherfucker with no Revenite or no Creflo Dollar or all these new niggas and shit talking about give to me. See what I'm saying? But I still ain't replaced that latch on my damn toilet. See? So, now, but this thing, this shit is some scary shit because this stuff is out here. They know it. And they can't, now wait a minute, hold on. The United States Army, they could have had some cops come with some billy bats. I believe that would have scared me more. Because I'm not familiar with no gunships coming at me, but we all familiar with some cops coming out there with some billy bats busting you over the damn head. So they didn't really have to do no shit like that. I mean, I would have been annoying, and I might have talked some shit. You know what I'm saying? But a damn cop with a goddamn club would have sufficed. But no, they came with the damn real deal shit. So I felt an honor. That means you cooking with gas on the back burner, you can simmer around it. On the front burner, you burn it. I said, man, this shit is awesome. But my man said 6 months we would know. And that shit was a goddamn hit. But the point about it here is, they can't touch nobody no more if you down. But I tell you what they do. Every fucking day, my house looked like a spider web with chemtrails. You motherfuckers say, drop that shit on them. My house looked like a spider web with chemtrails. I mean, every day, just all over the damn house and stuff. They said, drop that shit on them. You know, the chemtrails is the chemicals every day, all over the house. You see what I'm saying? But then we tried to think, Sister Deborah was in the house about 2 months before, and the big old helicopter came through. The point I'm trying to make here is, they can't fuck with you now if you ain't ignorant. But you can't be political, social, and all this other dumb shit, and walking around with some fucking signs. Right. We gotta need priests. We ain't got time for this damn shit. You march now, and your ass will march in a grave, because that means that you are not in your realm. That means you're telling the spirit realm, fuck that. I want to go back to the 60s. So all that damn marching, you're supposed to be gods now. And New York is big for that protest shit. Every damn day. It ain't about that shit no more. Don't care how many niggas they done stuck up their ass. And all that stuff. I don't give a damn whether African, Haitian, or fucking Alabama here. Fuck them. You're supposed to be a priest now. Damn them niggas out there. Because it can't happen to you. There gotta be a group of people that don't get into the bullshit, because you cut your energy trying to be human. And they're supposed to be gods now. Right. So damn all these niggas and shit, because that's ego. The cracker know. If they do the same shit every day, we don't have nothing to worry about. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have nothing to worry about. But yet you go, just do one thing. Just go down to Central Park and get your woman and start screwing real good. When that shit happened, and guess what happened? You scared the fuck out of her. Oh, you can march all day long. But if you go down there and somebody get killed, take the Diallo sign or whatever, stick it up, throw her ass on the damn fence, and screw real good. Then they'll go, wait, them motherfuckers is tapping in. They dealing with sexual alchemy. Sexual alchemy. They dealing with sexual alchemy. Them niggas is fucking. And now our ass is in trouble. You let the preacher tell you that dumb shit. You see the big dick all over Kemetic. Come off the dumb shit. Oh, we Egyptians over Nile. You see a big dick. They say the dick is supreme. Right? Put your obelisk or your black hole in the black hole. The book says that the origin of Atlantis is what? The black woman. So yeah, you marching for all these niggas out here. And Giuliani and them back go, fuck them niggas. But the minute you go down to Central Park or Empire State Building, put some candles out there. You see what I'm saying? Some lubricant or whatever, some oils and shit, some incense, black love, black light. And knock some boots. Then Giuliani and them will go, we need to have a talk with the black community to squash these race relations. And we need to pass out some money. And yes, I think it's time for reparations. Did you do some shit? Because they know that you tapping in. They know you tapping in. You see what I'm saying? So we'll get into some of that. But you want to take a break?
Take a break. 5-minute break.
5-minute break.
Big hand for Bobby Hemmitt.
I'm very proud to present Bobby Hemmitt for a very exciting conclusion of tonight. We're going to go to about 11:30. So we're going to get started. Again, Bobby.
Yeah. All right. Interesting because this was a documentary. It's a real low budget film, but that's the way they do it. They put it low budget so you don't watch it. Or you don't think nothing of it when you're watching it. But they drop all the stuff up in there. But it's interesting because when I was speaking down in Atlanta back in 96 or 97, I think it was 96. When I was speaking I used to speak every month or every 2 weeks down in Atlanta in my home, and then one of the sisters came up. The child was killed, and she came up and she said she said, you know, they came and got me and took me to my daughter, and she was still alive, but she looked like she was 80 years old. And in the movie, they're saying the same thing on how these children were old looking. You know, the interesting thing about it is, in the movie, when they go and they try to, maybe like it's some racist cops that's doing this, when they go to try to shoot this racist cracker, the two black cops run up on him with the guns. It was two black cops and a white cop chasing this white boy. The two black cops, they go outrun the white cop, well, naturally. They come up to shoot the doggone man who's supposed to be the main conspirator behind the Atlanta child murder. We know that it's a high up thing, but you know they got to make Hollywood. There's got to be some racist cops other than the government. And they go up to shoot this white boy because they catch up to the white boy before the other white boy. And he turned around, the white cop turned around and said, stand down, you trained monkeys, and the black cops put their guns up. And the white boy, who is not indoctrinated indoctrinated has to step through the two Negroes and shoot the damn white cop. It's in the movie, which is showing you what they think about you. It's called Red Ink, the Atlanta Child Murders. So if you can get that movie, if you might have to look at a couple of, go to a couple of blockbusters to do it. But that's a movie that you need to try to get. Okay, let's see right here, moving right along. Let me see what else. I just want to cover some stuff. I just want to make sure we'll be getting to some of this other stuff. I just want to see that this is interesting because back in '99, me and a brother was riding around and somebody hit us in the back. Well, I didn't get hurt, nobody got hurt, but you know how the deal is. We got to go to the damn doctor. We got to go to the chiropractor or whatever, go to the doctor. We got to do that monthly thing, you know, where you get up in there and, you know, that's where it hurt, you know, and shit, you know, try to get that cash. You know the whole deal. So we went there, and it was interesting, but when I got there, they took my blood pressure, and the shit was literally off the scale. Now right then I knew, I'm a holy man. I said, that's some kundalini shit. I didn't say nothing. My blood pressure was, the man said, shit, you supposed to be dead. Your shit is just like the highest. We don't even have no shit made. How high this thing is. You supposed to be dead. So I knew it was kundalini energy. So the day after that, I came back and there was a woman in there from Cuba. A black woman from Cuba. And she was psychic. You know, she was into all the Yoruba and stuff too. And she said, we hate the gringo. She called him the gringo. And she took my blood pressure and it jumped off the chart again. But she looked at me now, she's psychic. And she said, you don't got no high blood pressure. I said, okay, I know. So I went round to Dr. Richardson. I said, hey, look, man, I tell you what, look, I'll come up in here tomorrow and my shit will be regular. So I went home and, you know, slowed down my damn heart. Came back up in there. He said, now we don't even get shit. We ain't even get the damn pulse. And all right. Now, it's interesting here because a year later, I'm laying in the bed and my heart starts to speed up. And it's doing about a damn 100, but it feels real good. I mean, no pain or nothing. It feels real good, and I'm literally getting a trance-like state. And then the spirit came and I started figuring this damn thing out. See, this is a big mystery to this thing. First of all, black people's heartbeat is faster than white people, and your blood pressure is higher. See, there's a lot of shit going on in the medical field right now. How does diabetes become a goddamn epidemic like the flu if a motherfucker ain't giving you the shit? You know, like I said, I remember as far back as the damn 60s, late 60s, a nigga had down south, they say sugar with diabetes. Most people had to be born with that shit. Then by the goddamn 80s, it's about being fat. And I don't give a damn about no shit. You can go and let that cracker tell you all this shit about medicine, all the hell you want. That cracker will lie and make it a law and tell you that shit. Now, if insulin is shutting down the pancreas, why the hell you gonna put a nigga on damn insulin? So what it is they tell you the diabetes and then give you the diabetes by putting your ass on insulin. Now all the doggone sudden, they come on the news damn Thursday and say we got an epidemic of diabetes. Now wait a minute, hold on now. Is it the fucking flu? Or is it the damn diabetes? How you gonna have an epidemic of something if you ain't giving them the stuff? You see what I'm saying? And why is it that every nigga cut loose from age 30 got diabetes? You know, this shit is about like you buy a damn new toothbrush. Well, I got a touch of diabetes now. First they said it to even study stuff and find out, are they killing us with this bullshit? Or is there some other mystery going on? Well, this is the mystery that's going on. And this is what you got to understand. Melanin is throughout the whole central nervous system. Now, alchemy is the study of melanin. There's different components of melanin. We're going to get into the sexual thing in a few minutes, which you're supposed to be knocking boots. And also too, the sister's been telling the damn brothers for years, motherfucker, you're going to have to feel something. You're going to have to open up your damn heart. We're talking to the sister. Now, this shit is, that's one of the sciences of opening up the third eye. Is in order for the third eye to illuminate, the heart chakra has to be open. Now, most conscious people have a heart chakra open anyway, otherwise you wouldn't be conscious. But what we're talking about here is, it has to open up based on the primordial heart, or what they call, based on a certain aspect of love. And we ain't talking about I love all people, and I love the grass, and I love the bumblebees, and all that dumb shit. We're talking about something between you and your fucking mate. We ain't talking about loving white people and all that kind of shit. You see what I'm saying? I'll get into the science on this, but what happened here is there is a connection with the third eye and the heart chakra. You see what I'm saying? In the heart chakra. So the brothers that is very shut down in being the masculine thing, in order to do this and stuff, you're going to have to open up that doggone heart chakra. And in so many words, you're just going to have to just break this shit down and just be real truthful with the damn sister. You see what I'm saying? But then again, on the other hand, we know the same bug bit us, bit the sister too, because her heart chakra, same thing applies. She can't be bullshit neither. We'll get into that in a few minutes. But the key here with this blood is melanin is throughout the central nervous system, but the melanin is dormant in different regions of the body that it never is activated. So melanin is more than just one type of monotype of substance, a monolithic substance. It is different types of components in alchemy called kalis, shaktis, ojas, rusas, gunners, tamas, and all of these particular components. But some of them are lodged in different crevices or different chakras in the body that has never been activated. But what happens here is, when you become enlightened and illuminated, the Kundalini energy rises up, the heart starts pumping at a faster pace. And it's pumping at a faster pace. It's just like any type of thing. The more water or more any type of liquid runs, more and more it can actually unloosen particles that is dormant. Because the force of it can sift out these particles that normally a slower blood rate wouldn't be able to do. So what's happening is you becoming illumined, or by just raising the Kundalini. You can be ignorant sometimes and raise the damn Kundalini because we are spiritual people. And what happens here is when you raise that Kundalini, the heart responds and starts pumping blood faster. And what it's doing is it's literally lining up the melanin in the central nervous system so it can crystallize into the primordial whitening of the stone, which is the soul coming together and being illumined. So the white boy knows this, so he tell you that you got high blood pressure, and he's trying to get the motherfucker down because he don't want your ass to raise up. It's the science on this shit. So when they can't get it down, they just go ahead and just induce a fucking stroke or heart attack and take your ass on out. It's a lot of shit. You see what I'm saying? that shit that Cracker talking about. Because he's guessing. Or he knows, and he's trying to keep you with all this dumb shit based on this healthcare. Even Laila said that the heartbeat, Dr. Africa said that the heartbeat of the black people is different than the heartbeat of white people. Because the simple fact, the Egyptians show you, the Kemites show you that the heart is one of the major things, just as much, one of the major organs, just the same as the pineal gland. So if there's a calcified pineal gland, there's got to be some kind of irregular heartbeat in that damn cracker, because if the nigga had the kind of heartbeat we would have, he would explode.
Everything is different.
Everything is different. So when this heartbeat started, man, this thing started. This heartbeat at the first of the year started beating so thing that I could actually hear the motherfucker beating. You see, I could hear it. And I said, wait a minute, but it felt real good. And I said, wait a minute. If you rate my heart beating, I'm supposed to be on the damn floor. But I knew that it was a spiritual manifestation going down. And this particular alchemical energy was lining up. My hearing started getting better, sonic hearing, all types of stuff started happening. And in so many words, I started mutating. Or what they call transmutating. You see what I'm saying? I started transmutating. You see. I'm just talking about unbelievable things that's starting to happen based on an illuminating myself to a certain level, because the simple fact that I don't live the same way as ordinary humans do. You see, I don't think the same way as ordinary humans do. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't allow myself to say, oh, that shit ain't real. Or this can't be happening. You see what I'm saying? So the body is starting to respond to it on that particular level. Now, the key here with the sexual energy is this. There's two paths, the right-hand path and the left-hand path. The right-hand path is talking about regular tantric yoga, where you try to take the energy and move it up to the third eye or whatever to replenish the chakras and illumine the astral body. Then there's the left-hand path where you're literally trying to bring about a new reality and a new dimension. In the root chakra, which is at the bottom or the lowest part of the spine near the anus, is some demonic substances you call demons. This is alchemy. It's called Russes, Gunners, Tammers, Ogres, Shaktis, and Kalas. And all of it is called Kalas, which is lunar fluids. This book here talks about a little bit, Sexual Alchemy by Donald Tyson, gives you some of the stuff. There's some another book and stuff, but anyway, I got a string of them I'll tell you in a few minutes. But anyway, these fluids, or these particular latent energies, they can only be brought up through lust. Same shit the Bible tell you can't do. They can only be brought up by lust and through real deal passionate sex. You see what I'm saying? Real deal passionate sex. That's why most of your male chauvinists or your later religions talk so much against sex, but they also equate sex with demons, sexual demons. You ever heard this shit before? But that's latent forms of stuff that is inside of the body based on alchemy. But on the other hand, the mind has to be overwritten, and sex has to turn from something that is sinful. It has to be put right up there with Jesus for the people. That's a good synopsis. Because this is interesting. We have now we know that Gerald Massey teaches us that, which was one of the main persons that did the actual work to prove. Although we get so many people, Charles Finch and a lot of people in the Afrocentric age has also come about and said that Jesus was earlier Horus or Heru. We know this based on the whole Egyptology of the modern age, based on the last 13, 14 years. But what we're talking about here is the first person to introduce the majority of that was Gerald Massey at the turn of the century. There's only one problem with this. And the problem here is, and I can sit down. There we go. Might take another sip of that in a minute. No, but that's all actually saying you're taking all my shit. You don't need what nothing. You know. Oh, it is? Oh, well, don't mind if I do. Now, anyway, the whole Horus myth, when we go and we study ancient Kemetic, you're going to find out that there's not a lot there. You know, we just don't get the fullness. It's almost like he's born, then you see him where he's an adult and he's fighting Seth. But you don't get the fullness of the enriched life of who is this character who is supposed to be this great king of glory. You see? Now that means that either the Egyptology, University of Chicago, British Museum, the Louvre in Paris, the Hermitage in Russia, well, they got this stuff scattered all over. Brooklyn Museum, but then again there's major colleges, major universities, Princeton, Berkeley, California, University of North Carolina. They're holding on to valuable documentation on the Horus thing or the Heru thing, because after Gerald Massey, that proved that Heru was Jesus. It's just that the proof that Heru was Jesus. It's just that we don't get the intricate detail like we do. You see what I'm saying? Even with the fake aspect of Jesus, some stuff is put together. You get a little more coherent lifespan than you do the Heru thing. Although we know that it's all mixed up, you get a much smoother story, because that's the story that's killing people. You know, that got people all teary-eyed and shit, you know. But even there's some stuff missing in that. The key, what I'm trying to say here is this. Is that the real mysteries, although some of this stuff was in Kemetic, and we know that the white boy is holding it down, or some of this stuff can actually be destroyed, the way to go about finding a richer and fuller life on this Horus person, you have to relocate it, and we have found the true life that is in detail and has a lot more to it than any other the ancient fragments in Mesopotamia, whatever they say, Babylonia, and all this shit here that they talk about, where they give you these fragments of these other gods, but you still don't get this detailed thing like they're trying to say in the Bible. You can find it in India with the god Shiva. This is a book called Wendy O'Flaherty's book, Shiva, the Erotic Ascetic. So we have now even located the missing pages of Horus, or the Christ. So you can just you can take the damn Bible and throw it out the damn door, because that's a pamphlet suggesting a greater figure, but it ain't the greater figure. The greater figure is Heru or Horus, but we have fragments, and Gerald Massey has done a great work. But if you want to get something where you get the entirety, where you have a civilization that was separated to the point that they can keep something cultivated, where you can get a complete mythology on this subject other than the fragmented mythologies in the ancient world that had more contact with outside forces. So we know that in Greece you got Hercules, Jason, Perseus, Apollo, all that's Horus. You got Heru in Kemetic, you got Khonsu, you got different types of aspects of Horus, and 400 different Horus names or Heru names. But as far as the cohesiveness of the mythological story, where point A to point Z that we can trace it back to Ethiopia, which means that it is a full body of mythology that is ancient enough to go all the way back to the beginning of the Nile. That moves up the Typhonian Egyptians that is replaced by the Osirians. This thing moves up into India as the Vedic mistress, and the god Rudra and the god Shiva is the missing element in a full body of work that we need to understand about Horus and Heru. There's only one damn problem. This motherfucker don't do but one thing. He sticks his black pole in the goddamn black hole. So that means that somebody fucking with us with this Christ bullshit, because in here they say you're supposed to be goddamn knocking boots. That means, so the whole shit is out now. The same very thing that the old Muslim bullshit done told you, that the old fucked up Hebrew shit done told you, and that old fucked up Christianity done told you. They're not fucked. And Indians say that's how you goddamn rise to Christhood, by putting your black hole in the damn black hole.
Amen.
That means that all this shit was backwards, and your attitude towards sex is what's fucking you up. You see? That's why they had to get rid of all that good music and give you that rap bullshit. Where the ego, you know, Big Daddy King had the motherfucking shit. Hey, let's bring the sexual aspect back to this baby. You see what I'm saying? We dealing with some Barry White, some fucking Frankie Beverly. You see what I'm saying? Some TP. You know what I'm saying? Even some goddamn hot grits. Fucking Al Green on their ass. Why is they sling them grits on his ass? He become Christian. Al was hell in his day.
Right.
See what I'm saying? You see, now listen, let's replace all that, even the sex symbol, the 300-pound sex symbol, Barry White. No, we're going to replace that shit and give you a goddamn Luther. Luther is girly man. You know that shit? Okay, he all right, but Luther is girly man compared to Otis Redding. You see what I'm saying? Compared to goddamn Black Moses. You know the shit I'm talking about. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. So they had a whole sexual revolution in the 70s they had to shut down. You know what I'm saying? But the black man was superior. You know Rudy Ray Moore, the sensuous black man and the most fuckingest motherfucker on earth. Right. We ain't talking to no children up in here. Don't let nobody know that because you 70 that you can't hear this shit. Bullshit. I got a sister I talk to daily, 69. She'll be 70 next year. She's out knocking the boots last night. That's all she was talking about. I'm knocking the boots, and I want to kill that white man. She's going to kill that white man. I'll kill the baby. I said, damn, it's amazing. You're going to be 70 next year, and you more goddamn destructive than I am. I said, I'm trembling. But you done let somebody fool you. You're supposed to act like some motherfucking church lady with some old stocking on your head. It's all in the mind. Right. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. Right. But the thing about it is your attitude towards sex, you had it. The motherfuckers in the project got it. That's why they're killing them up. 89 babies. But you done got educated and now all of a sudden you can't goddamn fuck. Like crackers. But the white girl don't have the Kalis, Shaktis, and Ojas. So that's why they pairing the damn brother up with the white girl. Because he can't illuminate himself. when you do it, this stuff polarizes the astral body and the chakras, and you raise up in the kundalini energy. But you can't get it from the white man penis. You see? Or Miss Ann. It don't happen. Or you can't get it being no fucking goddamn holy-to-thou Christian. So somebody let some homosexual for 2,000 years ago, some woman, put some shit in your head that is sinful. Whereas in this book here, these fools here, him and his honey, Shakti or Pravati, her energy is Shakti. She's either Sati in one incarnation or Pravati. They get the rumbling, and the gods up there say, hey, y'all gotta cool it down. The whole universe got to be almost about to be destroyed. So they mean, they say in here that they get destroyed and get a good rhythm on them. We'll tell you how to do that in a minute. They get a good rhythm on them, and it's about to destroy the universe. The same thing, if this is a matrix, a series of events that don't exist, an illusion, then you can break up that illusion through going into the inner worlds. And sex is the most potent connection to the inner worlds. But you got another attitude because we all Christians. You see what I'm saying? Jesus is looking more feminine. You see what I'm saying? But I want to ask you this question. Now even Jesus is clearly a gay figure. 12 fucking men around the goddamn ring around him. With a robe on. But why is it? Now we need to ask this question. Why is it the only time he ever even think about getting close to getting some ass, and some say he did get some behind, she a prostitute. That's the mystery to the damn story. Even Jesus knew it ain't about no sister with no stick up her ass. I got to get with the one who giving it up. So I can cross to the other side. Crucify my ass. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, put on some damn handcuffs. You know, chain his ass to the bed and chain whip his ass. But whatever. But why is this mystery? One little snippet that they suggest this thing. Now his story is filtered in mostly from the Dionysus story. And Dionysus is straight up the ultimate pimp of the universe. Dionysus has, which is Osiris. You get Dionysus, which is cut up into so many pieces like Osiris. Then you got Osiris, which is Osar. You put it together, you get the word dinosaur. Which ain't talking about no big head, 4,000-year-old elephant looking thing. It's talking about the black man and the black woman who ruled when they were giants. Before the physical realm. Dinosaur, Dionysus Osiris. But Dionysus is straight up homeboy pimp. Because in the mythology of Dionysus, which is Osiris, now this is amazing stuff here. Because if there was ever some sexual vice, here's a Dionysus, which is the prototype of Osiris. Because we don't really get enough on him. But we can go to the Dionysus myth. There's a guy called Otto. Something Otto wrote a book on Dionysus. There's another one that's out of print coming from Princeton. But that one, it's always the one to get out of print. That one drops. Because in there, Dionysus comes in contact with these women. And Dionysus' energy is so powerful. These nymphs, but they're called Maenads. And once they get with Dionysus, they go home and kill everybody in the goddamn house who even think about separating them from this pimp nigga. And And this is the classic prototype of the Jesus myth. Dionysus is the god of wine. Jesus is the god of wine. Dionysus is crucified. You see, all of this stuff here, these are the prototypes. But what we're saying here is the shit from 2,000 years ago, he looking more like Pope John Paul. You see what I'm saying? You know, but the real deal stuff from back in the day, you know what I'm saying? He looking like shit. Give me a good stud nigga. Any mythological stud nigga from the last 20 years. Somebody you might like. You know, that's popular. Not your man at home. You don't know that nigga. Well, everybody loves Denzel for, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, he missed the Christian man, so that's a bad example. We talking about somebody that's a powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got no morals.
That's right.
Oh, God, man, of all people, that's enough. Not a motherfucker with a blonde head and shit. We talking about Christ here. Give me a stud nigga. But we'll give you some Isaac Hayes or somebody like that. Mike and shit ain't smooth. he let Robin run his ass. But let's say somebody like an Isaac Hayes or somebody with some damn chains on and shit. Yeah, I know he fucked up there in that Scientology. Now you right. But the key here is I'm talking about the image. He the wrong motherfucker because he the first person to stand up against black women. You know what I'm saying? Huh? But anyway, you know the goddamn nigga in the prison. You know what I'm talking about. The nigga in the jailhouse, you know can screw. You know the one they got locked down. Anyway, that would be the prototype of the Christ. So when they come in contact with doggone Dionysus, he's got so much ecstasy going down. That's a good little one. Here's a good little one. Yeah, I forgot about this one. Y'all all right? Yeah. This is not some science gone bad. This is locking into this shit. Because everything that you knew when you were sitting up in church and the nigga on the corner was that you admired, that was the goddamn Christ. Your ass in them hard ass bitches talking about under the power, under the glory, and all that bullshit. You see what I'm saying? You was outside your element. Here's one called Ecstasy. Understanding the Psychology of Joy by Robert A. Johnson. And in here there's a whole Dionysus myth on ecstasy. This is an excellent one. But the key here is everything that you thought that the church has taught you about that you're supposed to come away from, that's the element you need to be going to. Remember I told you, okay. The key here is what it is saying is that what better way to get in touch with your soul than to put the black hole in the black hole. Now, we're not talking about some great we're talking about high advanced levels of metaphysics. It means this. You got a soul. That soul splits and becomes two opposite poles of the universe. But when it comes back together, it is one of the greatest ways that one existing soul can get to know itself through its opposite self, of the other half of itself. So sex is right up there on this thing here. You see what I'm saying? Sexual alchemy. So now we'll get back there in the question and answer. But the key here is the Shiva mythology, which we have traced this harness myth, which is more authentic than half the stuff we get, because it's one of the few things that is just as old, because we got this thing coming from Indus Kush, the Vedic system. And it is Typhonian Egyptology prior to the Amun-Ra, or what you call the solar dynasties, and what you know of Egyptology is now. There was greater Typhonian stuff that go in pre-dynasty. They travel up into India. And Shiva, although the name might change in Sanskrit, is no more than the original Typhonian thing, one travels up into India, one travels up into what they call Mesopotamia. It's this northeast Egypt, or a state